Oh, it feels great to be back in Minnesota. So we actually didn't stay there the 3 weeks. We have to go back in January, so then we will make up our time then. So Nicole's doing good. She's feeling fine. We're back home. We're very happy to be back home. It feels a lot colder here, but it is very good to be home. It's nice to be back in our own house and back in our comfort zone, and everything is like so much more wide open here, and I love that. But that means we got to start working again, which is fine because I missed it. So I'm working on the 790. It has been inspected and repaired under warranty. There's things that warranty don't cover, like this chain here, which is shot. That goes on right here. So basically, just got to put a new one on. I got to make the chain. We got this 60 heavy chain on that spool. We get to string it out, cut it off at the right length, put her on, and we'll be good to go for next year with this thing. I think that's the only chain that needs to be changed. I do believe we need to change the reverser oil and maybe the engine oil, depending where we are on hours on that. So we will get to it. This John Deere nipper is actually the mechanics that inspected the combine that I have to get back to him. I just found it laying on the feeder house, so it's being used right now. Basically got to line up all of these, make sure that I get it cut to the right length. So in past years, I've always took the side grinder and just ground this off and pounded it out with a punch to break the chain. But Eric bought this last winter because he said, I don't know what you are doing. You gotta get one of these things. And now that I have it, I'd never go back because it's pretty easy to split a chain now. I think he got this one on Amazon. I'll put the link in the description of this little guy. It's pretty cool, except I unscrewed it. I unscrewed it too far. There we go. Nothing to it. Baby could do it. Perfect. One project done. So we're gonna change the reverser oil now. This is something that we kind of change on more frequently than maybe the book says to, because these very expensive, number one. Number two, they get pretty warm. Trash gets built up in this area and they get pretty warm, so we like to change the oil. It's cheap compared to the part. But the dipstick's in a really nice spot. Looks pretty good though. Actually looks really good. So on most drain plugs, I won't say all, but most drain plugs, there's a magnet on the end. So when you take it out, you wipe off the magnet off of there, and it ain't too bad. There's always shiny stuff on there, material. But what you want to look for is just to make sure there's no big chunks, anything that is indicating failure in a gearbox, and that goes for anything. So now I took this hose off and this plug out, and that's where I actually fill through. If you try to fill through the actual dipstick hole, it is very small and it don't breathe, and it's just a nightmare. So it's much better to take that plug out so your hose can fit in there. Then you got your special reverser oil and fill her back up. And then you can also be checking periodically with the dipstick without having to move your fill hose. Works out a lot better. Perfect. All right, so that is done. That should be good for probably 2 years again. Oh, good night, that's heavy. So looking back in our book where we keep our maintenance records when we're working on stuff and when we change stuff, oils, filters, bearings, whatever. Last winter it was in here, it had 119 hours on it. This year it has 375. That's 256 engine hours we put on this machine this year. And we put 189 separator hours on it. So combines have 2 hour meters, one of the engine running, the other one of the actual machine that does the threshing running. That's why there's 2 different numbers there. All comes down to basically, I would say the biggest thing if you're buying a combine would be your separator hours, because that's your high wear items. But you always get way more idle hours, warm up hours, road travel, anytime it's running. Basically, it don't take long, and you'll have 1,000 more hours on the engine than you will on the separator. Like the old 9870 here has 2,845 engine hours and 2,028 separator. So there. So I'm taking a picture, so I write that all in the logbook so that we know from year to year how many hours we got on stuff and when we did the maintenance and so on and so forth. So it's pretty quiet around here today. I'm the only guy in the shop. Randy's working in the office. We got one guy hauling grain to town. We sold some soybeans and delivering some contracts, and Randy's helping him and working in the office, and Eric's out mapping fields yet. Next project, we have to remove Big Bird's brush. This is only for corn. It is a Lancota product. It's really worked out really well. If you watched us through this fall, we really liked it, but it cannot be on here for soybeans. I really am still unclear why, but it can't be. So I got to take it off here quick and put it in storage till next corn harvest. Dusty. Time for new air filters. We replace them on combines and the quad tracks every year just because they run in such dusty conditions. It just isn't worth trying to make it another year and a half and having hired guys or ourselves needing the shop truck to blow out the air filters in the field. So, new filter it is. So we write the date and the hours on it when we replace it. Great. Can't get in because old Blue is in the way. Dago! Old versus new. So the inner air filters we replace, I don't know, maybe every few years, or if they look really bad. That one didn't look too bad to me, so she's getting ran again. What is this? What? Have you been social distancing? Did you get tested?
What do they test for? Yeah, I got tested when they cut half my face off here. I was good.
Maybe that's where
What happened here?
I don't know. I just got back. It's my first day back.
Mine too.
Oh, really?
How's Nikki?
Good.
Is she ornery yet?
She's always ornery.
That's why I said yet.
Oh, yeah. You know, too much time spent together is also a problem. All the married people out there should know what too much time spent together can also, especially when you travel for 3 days across the United States, you get into some arguments.
Didn't you know you were supposed to turn back there? Those arguments?
More like, aren't you running the GPS?
I'm driving. Aren't you paying attention?
Yeah.
I've heard it all.
I gotta go to the bathroom. Again? We just went. We've been only going for an hour. Yeah, supposed to drink lots of water. Got in the middle of nowhere, had to pull over and use the side of the road once.
Cactus. Look out for the cactus.
It's cold on that edge of the Wyoming, edge of the road with little snow blowing. What are we doing today?
I'm going to go self-isolate in my excavator cab.
That sounds fun.
It will be.
Well, me and Grandpa were trying to put the snowblower on the 4230, but our 2010 little loader tractor that never gets used decided today it doesn't want to start. So now Dad called. He wants me to run over to where he's working with the excavator. I guess we're going to light a tree pile on fire or something that's been sitting there for 8 years, and it's time to get rid of it. It's housing raccoons, which damage our crops severely in that area because of it, so it's time for it to leave. I get to battle it out with this junk pile again. Luckily, it only needs to light one time to light the big torch and fire in the hole, hopefully. It's just gotta run away. Run a what? What? Just gotta run down the road to our other farmyard, and it's about a mile and a half away, so we'll be there shortly. Remember guys, Egg Camp Solution, check them out, give them a call, let them know I sent you, and John would appreciate the phone call. I don't think it'll be a waste of your time. The ground's a bit more frozen in Minnesota than California, if you believe that or not. It's so hard. Oh my! Okay, we gotta be careful here. Duggo's swinging trees around. Make sure he knows he sees me before I pull up too close, because I'd hate for Merlin's 91 to get crushed. So basically, this tree pile that's here, there used to be trees from this grove that's behind me to that grove right there, and then we could never get turned around up in here with our sprayers and everything, so a few years ago we took this trees that were basically as wide as that right there, took them out, piled them here. Well, now I don't know, it's looking like he's wanting to take the rest of this little grove, which is very much so in the way, but I don't know if that's gonna happen this winter or not. I see he's really struggling to groom out the smaller trees because the ground's kind of frozen that top few inches, so he's gonna have a hard time with that. I don't know if it's possible, but the main goal here today is to get this lit on fire. You feel the power? Flamethrower, baby. So I'm just assuming that this is gonna light up pretty decent because it's sat here, like I said, for so many years. Hopefully I don't get killed. Take it easy, dugout. So I just gotta find some dry wood, get this baby cooking at full steam, which it just went out again, and then it should light up. Getting bigger! Woo-hoo-hoo! So excited. Well, that hasn't taken long. I moved it right over here. I'm trying to light, but that's like 4 minutes in, and she's really built up some steam. Coming some big lapping flames there. Trying to heat up the ozone. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Something about this is just so much fun, and I'm sure in the comments there'll be, why didn't you use it, burn it for heat? None of us personally burn for heat in our houses. We're lazy, we use LP, so that's why we don't cut up any of this wood and burn for heat. Most of this wood, in fact, is box elder trees, like this one. They're pretty much all box elder trees or cottonwood trees, and those are dirty wood, from what I've heard. Not supposed to use it because you can burn your house down. It can build up, or it burns really dirty and dirties up the chimney. I'm no expert in burning wood. My father-in-law does it. I've heard a lot from him about it. You want harder woods. None of this is hardwood. It's all junk wood. There she goes. This is so much fun. So I've had people ask, I don't know, from probably other countries, what we need for permission to burn. All you need is a burn permit, and as long as you ain't in a burning ban, you can burn. So you gotta get your burning permit from your county. You gotta call it up when you're gonna be burning. And that's all you need. But you gotta be responsible and use your head too, so that you wind directions and stuff like that. But we're in the middle of a dirt field. The wind is blowing away from the yard. So we're being safe here. It's going good. It's going good. Lots of heat, lots of fire. Where you at? Where are you going? I just chasing you around? What the heck? We couldn't have a video without the big Swede in it. You getting there all done?
Yeah, oh yeah. We're almost there.
You sick of?
The end is near.
You sick of it?
Yeah.
That's a nice spreadsheet. You make that?
What?
No wonder it's taking so long. Spreadsheets.
That was 3 days to make this.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Are you guys burning?
Oh, we're burning. Burning everything. Everything's on fire over there.
Anything run out?
Not a thing. There's nothing in there. And that's a wrap on today. Good to be back. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time.